Hi guys, Swansea away this year, back again for another video, and today, match preview against Middlesbrough. Now, football is back, Swansea City are back, the Championship is back, and on the road to the Premier League is back. Maybe not the last bit, but at the end of the day, the Swans are back, and I couldn't be more happier, guys. You know, it's been a long 3.5 months without football. Our last result was a 0-0 against West Brom, so thanks Swans for that memorable last game. No, but that was a decent point, to be fair, they were top of the league, so... Yeah, but Middlesbrough, you know, they're fighting relegation at the moment. They're only 2 points above the relegation zone, so they're gonna look at this game as a win. They're gonna need their home form, even though there won't be any fans there. You still kind of have that home form, you know. You'd have to travel the day before. You just get up at normal time and stuff like that. So, like, home advantage is a weird one. We've seen in like the Bundesliga, home form has not really counted. We've seen the away teams pick up the more points than the home team. So I can expect a lot of poor results from home teams this weekend. It's going to be interesting to see the likes of teams like Leeds, who have massive fan bases. How will they cope without, you know, the fan base behind them? But I don't think it'll bother Swans too much. You know, there's a lot of fans who often criticise the players when they pass backwards, and they like, you know, when we pass slow, they moan. So I think actually playing behind closed doors could help us, especially because there won't be any fans there to moan at the players when they pass backwards. And at the end of the day, we're a confidence team. As you see in August, we couldn't lose a single game in August. And then as soon as our international break went, when a few of the players went on an international break, it just went poor. You know, because of the players, the rhythm just got interrupted. And since that international break, we have not really recovered that form since August. Like, we're a very inconsistent team. We often win one, lose one, draw one. There's no consistency there. Like in August, we were winning 3-4 games on a bounce, and then since then, we just can't string a run of consistency together. We have lost a lot of games in that time. I don't think we've run away from home in 2020 yet, so hopefully that can change. But without schedule the next 9 games, you know, we've got some teams at the top, we've got some teams at the bottom, we've got some teams in mid-table. So I think the fixture list has been kind to us, but like I said, we have got to be consistent. If we want that 6th playoff spot, with 3 points off, 9 games left, we're in it. We are in it. If anyone says otherwise, I don't know what you're doing, because we are in it. But consistency is the key, and hopefully Steve Cooper can get out the players. For Middlesbrough, Daniel Ayala is refusing to play for them. I think his contract's up on the 30th of June, but he has not agreed to extend his contract for the 9 games. So that's a big blow for Middlesbrough. He's definitely their best defender. So probably the likes of Daniel Fry and Ryan Shotton will be in defence. Middlesbrough do have some really good players. Or Rudy Gestead, he's always a handful in the box. Britt Sombalonga, £15 million signing. He's not really hit the heights Middlesbrough probably wanted, but he can score a goal now and again. Patrick Robson from Man City is a good player, and their midfield's really good as well. Johnny Howson, who signed from Norwich a few seasons back, he was a really good player for Norwich. And Paddy McNair, probably Middlesbrough's best player this season. He's a very good defensive midfielder, scores quite a lot of goals for a defensive midfielder, can slot into that centre half role as well, so he's a very versatile player, and we'll definitely have to be looking out for him. For the Swans, obviously, AU, the thing is with AU, I think he could struggle in the next couple of games. You know, when he came in against, I think he came in against Preston and games like that, he didn't really score for a while, did he? Thing is with AU, it takes him a while to get going, and as soon as he starts scoring, he goes on a run. We've seen that when he scored his first goal against Charlton, then he scored against Stoke, and he went on a bit of a run. So I think AU could struggle in these next couple of games, but we've got a lot of youth players, which could help us massively. You know, there's going to be a lot of fatigue and injuries, so the youth players, we've got the likes of Ryan Brewster, Jordan Garrick, players like that, they could thrive in this experience. You know, tired legs, Middlesbrough, last 20 minutes we could chuck on some players like Jordan Garrick, Aldo Kalulu. So again, it's really exciting times for us, especially. Our squad depth isn't the best, but the players who we do have available to us could help massively. You know, the likes of George Byers, who's now fully fit to return. Obviously, he was ruled out for the season, but due to the pandemic, he can play. We've had Horns returned on grass as well, which is massive news. You know, he's probably our best defender. People argue between Roden and Van der Horn, but they're both exceptional defenders for us. And that's probably one of the best partnerships in the league. So he won't be available this weekend, or probably against Luton, but after that he should be able to potentially play a part in these next couple of games. Score prediction time now. I've gone back and checked the West Brom preview, and no one got the score prediction right. It's been a long time, so I had to double check, but no one predicted a 0-0. Like, if there's any new subscribers to my channel, what I do for match previews is people predict the score prediction. If they get it correct, They'll be featured in the next video and being given a shout out. You can also put the scorers, so if you get the score right but not the scorers, I'll still shout you out. But you can put the scorers as well if you want. It's just a bit of fun, because if anyone gets the scorers correct and the score prediction, I'll have to do a giveaway or something, because that's really hard. But my score prediction this weekend, I'm going to go Middlesbrough 0, Swansea City 0. I don't think it's going to be a classic, to be honest. I think both teams could struggle to get back to the rhythm. You know, like I said, Swansea away form's been poor. Middlesbrough in a relegation battle, so a point for them wouldn't be too bad. Both are low scorers in the division as well. I think we've only scored 45 goals this season, which is one of the lowest. I think Middlesbrough scored a little bit lower, but you know, our goal scoring records on the likes of Luton, and I think Hull have scored more goals than us, and they're fighting for relegation as well. So scoring goals is a big problem for us. Defensively, it's not that big of an issue because we're quite sound defensively, but we just don't take our chances, and sometimes we don't even create chances. But I'm going to get a Middlesbrough fan on, Leo. Big thanks to you for coming on, mate. Here's what he's got to say about Middlesbrough chances this weekend.
Guys, my name's Leo. I'm a Borough fan, and this is my preview to Borough v Swansea at the Riverside this weekend. I'm going to go Borough 1, Swansea 3, and the formation I'm going to say is 4-3-3. I'm going to go Stojanovic in goal, right back Jed Spence, left back Hayden Coulson, two centre backs I'd go Shotton right centre back, and left centre back I'd go Dale Fry. CDM is our player of the year, Paddy McNair, and he's the key man to the team. And then I would go two centre mids. I would go Lewis Wing, and I would go Ravel Morrison, who we got from Sheffield United. And then I would go left wing. I would go Marvin Johnson, and then right wing I would go Patrick Roberts, who of course we got on loan from Man City. And then I would go striker Ashley Fletcher, and then I would say, I don't know, it would be a tough game. I'd say it would be a tough game, but you think, like, Swansea are a great team, don't get me wrong, Swansea are a great team, but we've just got to play the way we play. It's not overall great, but it's just defensive, very negative, the way we play. We never set up to attack. We try attack and we just always concede. It's either a late goal or it's either we concede straight from off or literally just about half time. It hasn't gone right for us. But another news, Borough news. We've got Daniel Ayala, who's obviously linked with Leeds, and then apparently he's not linked with Leeds. We just don't know what's going on there. But then his wife's got involved with all the Borough fans, treating him like a villain. Personally, I don't think he's a villain. I just think if it's a career move for him, if he wants to move to another club, that's his own choice, because he's been a great servant for us. He's 29 now. Like you say, football careers, they're not long careers. It's a job. It's just not a long career at all. But Daniel Ayala, he's been a great servant to the club. He's got up to the Premier League with us back in 2016. But yeah, he has been a great servant, and if he does leave, all the best to him. And the news, I'd say Jed Spence and Woodgate. Whether they're on good terms, because I know in the other month they were training at Rockcliffe, and just Spence just wasn't applying himself in training, and Woodgate wasn't having it, so he dropped him for Johnny Howson. And I don't know. I think if we brought Spence back in, I think he could get us a job done. But then again, Howson is a great player. He's a great player. You could play him anywhere on the pitch. He's an all-round player. He can just play anywhere. Any position just becomes natural to him. But Jed Spence falling out of Woodgate, I've seen he's been playing against a few games against Newcastle, and he's played some other games that we've been playing, again, like little friendlies against Huddersfield and that. But we'll just have to see how that works. And then the players that have renewed the contracts up until the end of the season, the big money earners at the club, Adam Clayton, Rudy Gestead, Marvin Johnson, Johnny Howson, Danny Ayala, they've all said they're going to renew the contracts. The talks with Ayala are a bit of a shambles at the moment, but we'll just have to see how that goes. And whether or not we'll stay up, we don't know, because you never know in the Championship. But anyway, that has been my match preview for Reece Bish's YouTube channels. All the best, everyone. Thank you very much.
Thanks, Leo, for that. Really appreciate that. Interesting. I predict a 3-1 Swansea win. I disagree, to be honest, but you know, Middlesbrough have played a few friendlies. I think they played Huddersfield, and I think they beat them. We played 2 friendlies, both against Cardiff, 2 80-minute games. We drew twice. I think Burson Selina got the goal for us in the second game, and Robert Glatzel did for them. Both games were 0-0 and 1-0. So it'll be interesting if Selena plays a part in this game. You know, Conor Gallagher will most likely play in the central attack midfielder or be on the striker. So will Selena be shifted out wide, or with the likes of Wayne Routledge who's playing? So my team would be Freddie Woodman in goal, right back Carl Norton, centre backs Ben Cabango, Joe Rodon, left back Jacob Bidwell. I don't think you can change too much. Potentially maybe Connor Robertson, Norton, but I think Roberts will come on for Norton later on in the game. Midfielders, then I'll go for Jay Fulton and Matt Grimes. I think, you know, Byers with that long injury layoff, we don't want to risk him so far, so I think he coming off the bench, that'd be good for us. Right wing, then I'll go for Andre Ayew. Central attack midfield, I'll go for Conor Gallagher. Left wing, I'd go for Wayne Routledge, just because I know Celine doesn't like playing on that left hand side, and there's no point playing a player who doesn't want to play in that position, so we might as well utilise him off the bench. And up front, I'll go for Rhian Brewster. So let me know, would you change anything with that team? I know people want Ayew up front and potentially Garrick on the wing, but like I said, I think Garrick's more of an impact sub, as we've seen against Huddersfield when he scored, Hull when he scored, so he's a really good threat. Let me know your score predictions down below. Big thanks to Leo for coming on. And like I said, guys, before this video ends, please hit a like button, comment, subscribe, all the good stuff. There'll be a live stream tomorrow. I'm going to start the live stream at 12, 10 minutes before kick-off. I've got a guest on as well, a Swansea City fan, so make sure you tune in for that. So stream start at 12, so you can watch it throughout and watch my reaction to the game, because I've got live streams because I picked that option. So fingers crossed Swans will win, but like I say, I'm not confident. I'm going to go 0-0. So let me know your score predictions. Thanks Leo for coming on, and I'll see you guys tomorrow. Come on the Swans. Can't wait for the 0-0.
I need one more chance. Oh, baby, let me show you.